Alright everybody, how's it going? We're on to part 6 already, and we're talking about all sorts of nasty films tonight. We're going to be going to New York City, we're going to be going to France, and then we're going to take a detour to the Vatican. Cheers for watching everybody, and welcome back to Creepy Joints, the films I just can't unsee. Volume 6. Yeah, so we've already covered dwarfs, cannibals, Bigfoot. Here we've covered some great gems in this series so far. And if you've not seen the series so far, there's plenty of time to catch up. And I'd appreciate if you did. Drop us a like. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these fantastic films in future series. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about some absolute gems, classic nasties that have earned the right to be called video nasty. Maniac. We're talking about that bad boy. New York Ripper. A Fulci favourite. And I'll tell you what, these two beauties, they could fit in the same universe, and they're doing away. I'll explain that later on. Also, a film that I used to be petrified of just by the cover in video shop. I couldn't even walk up to the cover because it scared me too much. And I'm not even joking. Zombie Lake. And this is an hardbox edition. We'll talk about that. And then I'm going to finish on some films that are so bad they're good. And they come from this collection. The Duke Mitchell collection. A grindhouse release that I'll be talking about towards the end. Before I end tonight, I'm going to show you two fantastic reference point books if you've just started to look into video nasties, or if you're a collector and you still haven't got these books. They're absolutely essential, and they've got two uses, at least 2 or 3 different uses, these books, so they're really essential for reference and for more ways than one, which I'll go into before the end of this vlog, this video tonight. Thanks everybody. So put kettle on, get us in a couple of biscuits, sit down, and let's have a look at these films together, shall we? Then get involved in comments, like I said, because it helps the channel grow. I'm nearly at 500 subscribers, which is staggered when I saw that, and it'd be fantastic to hit that 500 before New Year if possible. But I really do appreciate everybody spending time with me on these. Zombie Lake, look at this.
The lake!
Hope you don't really think ghosts killed them.
Do you think that if any one of us had seen those poor girls, we would have let them go out there and get killed?
Damn right.
We better face the fact that zombies have declared war.
Do you know who the man with the medallion is?
Yes, he's my father, but I won't let you hurt him. I won't.
And he would like to be dead.
We are not powerless. We must act.
Me? I didn't see them.
Zombie Lake. Let me move this out of the road. 1981. I walked into the video shop with my uncle. Now, my Uncle Edward used to take me to the video shop as a bit of a treat on a Saturday morning. And you'd walk into the video shop, and it were only a little one, Swinton Video's first shop. You walked in, and you were hit straight away with all these covers. Horror, massive horror section. A video playing in corner on a TV, a big, massive, with an oak back TV, big CRT, bolted to wall, running loops, running trailers. I walked into it first time I went in, I looked up and scanners were on. It were a scan, I didn't know what it were. It were a trailer on, man's ear exploding. I was like, oh, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Anybody were in shop, and that what my first memory of walking into a video shop with my uncle. I walked in, looked up, boom, man's ears just exploded, and everybody stood round looking at what video to get. And as soon as that trailer came on, they were all watching. And one of the trailers that were on was Zombie Lake, and it showed really murky set, underwater green, like a pond, like a lake. Nazi zombies coming alive and walking on water, really slow, really creepy towards camera. I thought, what the hell's this? How can they breathe? Zombies underwater. Oh, that image stuck with me. So that's why I can't unsee this film. And I'll be honest with you, Zombie Lake, it gets a lot of stick, the Zombie Lake. You know what I'm like with covers. I absolutely love this one. I think it's a French release. It's on X Video, which do quite a few. But yeah, it's just standard Blu-ray. I love this release, to be fair. With Howard Vernon. Oh, because it's got Howard Vernon in, I'll have some of that then. Fred Sanders. Runtime of 90 minutes. It's definitely worth watching. Is it a go-to film when it comes to zombies, when it comes to completing your zombie collection, or even your video nasty collection? Because this bad boy was took off shelves quick because it had Nazi reference and zombie reference. And those are the two things that they were looking for when they were just looking for excuses to banning films, I guess. If they didn't recognise the title, or even if it weren't on list, if it said zombies in title, and it had a Nazi on front, it will go in that bin bag, and it will getting took off them shelves, rightly or wrongly, and probably wrongly, because there's not that much in this film. It is a bit of a nostalgic one for me, so I'll re-watch this film every now and again, just for the scenes of the slow zombies underwater and the Nazi zombies, and the way it's shot. There's a volleyball scene in it where the director just overindulges in this volleyball scene, and it seems to go on forever. You'll know why when you see it. It's very sleazy. But looking past that, if you want to, is these images of these zombies are fantastic looking. Obviously, the green looking, they've come out of a pond, and they did terrify me as a kid, absolutely. Yeah, so Jess Franco always pops up when you talk about Zombie Lake, and he caught the brunt of being in charge of this, but I don't think he had out to do with it. It was somebody, Jean Rollin, I think, or Jean Rollin, and they had a pseudonym when it was released. I don't think they used the real name. Basically, there's a French guy or a Spanish guy, whichever one he were. He's got 12 quid, or 12 euros if you like, in his pocket, and a fog machine, and he's located near a lake. He's got a few costumes left over from his last war film. He thinks, I'm going to go for this. This is Zombie Lake, this. Fair play to him for having a go. Do you know what I mean? It shows, but it's a favourite of mine in a way of nostalgia. The video cover, which I'll show you later from the UK, nightmare fuel, really was. Zombie Lake. Do you know, I absolutely love this bad boy. Maniac. 1980, and it came about, it were a video nasty straight away, obviously. It were took front shelves, it were banned. I think it's still, you can't get it fully uncut in UK, I don't think.
Maniac.
That's lovely.
You can lock your doors, but you can't lock the madman out of your mind. Maniac. It will tear the life out of you.
This one is a new 4K restoration. I say new, it's about 5 or 6, 7, maybe even 7 years old. A Blu-ray. I've yet to get a 4K print of it. And this is by Blue Underground. It's got a lenticular cover. I don't know if you can see that. William Lustig. William Lustig made this. Let's have a look. Yeah, William Lustig. And it's starring Joe Spinell. Joe Spinell is a bit of a genre actor. He pops up now and again in these odd nasties. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Plays, I think, Joseph Zito is his character. His character is so good. He's so good in it. Not just that, it's set in a grindhouse, New York. Smoke, you can smell hot dogs. Do you know what I mean? You can see cinemas there showing stuff. You can walk down streets. You're there. You're back in that time. I absolutely love how they've done it. How they filmed Maniac to set that tone of the scene. The grind. It's one of the best grindhouse films, man, ever made. It's superb, is Maniac. There's no way they could top this these days. There's no way. Sequel was supposed to be nearly ready for shooting and it got scrapped. This film was remade, and I think about 2012, something like that. Elijah Wood plays the Maniac in the remake. I thought I'd hate it, but I absolutely loved it. It's probably only one of the nasties that's been remade that's got a brilliant remake and a fantastic score in both films. But yeah, William Lustig is absolutely... This version is probably the one to get, because you probably might be able to get it cheap now. I'm not sure if it's out on 4K, I'll double check, but this is a 4K restoration. The shotgun scene in this film, oh my god. I'm randomly going in all over the place, but the film excites me still, right? There's a shotgun scene, and special effects guru, or he were back then, Tom Savini, with his practical special effects in this film are amazing. So this guy, this and he is a maniac. There's no two ways about it. I won't have it said. He's a proper maniac. He goes around taking scalps off women and nailing them to mannequins, and he lives with mannequins in his flat. It's bizarre, it's twisted, it's gruesome. Special effects, especially shotgun, when Tom Savini sets that up, practical effects like you've never seen. Incredible. I need to watch it again, actually. I watch it maybe once or twice a year. Can I get it out of the box though? That's a big question, isn't it? Yeah, this is a 3-disc one by Blue Underground. Right, so yeah, you've got Maniac. Look at Joe Spinell here. This is soundtrack. Soundtrack's phenomenal. And remake at 2012 soundtrack. I think it was by an artist. Oh, I remember his name. He does a lot of acid music. Yeah, this guy looks like he did a lot of acid. Look at Joe Spinell here. It's Maniac. And that's the soundtrack that you get with it. That's fantastic. I'd forgotten I got that. Yeah, the Blue Underground features as well on this. The special features are brilliant. It's got a different cover you can choose. But this is what I was talking about, or alluding to, right at the beginning. This is incredible, this. So the Maniac sequel didn't see light of day for one reason or another. But iBomb Press, which are a company that's... I think they came about from the original Grindhouse company in America that Sage Stallone had a hand in, Sylvester Stallone's son. And it were all about bringing these Grindhouse films back to the cinema. But it's kind of evolved as Grindhouse Studios. And there's this, and I do think it's a sister company. I could be wrong. I think the guy's Sean, I think it's Sean Lewis. I'll check and put a link into the description, because his artwork and the company that does these comics, these graphic novels, are incredible. Based on Maniac, based on a lot of Fulci films as well. There is a graphic novel of Maniac versus New York Ripper, So these are very similar worlds. They're a grindhouse feel, the New York 70s, early 80s. Really twisted films, nasty films, but together they come versus each other in a graphic novel by Ibon Press, which again, I said I'll link you to that. But that's why they can link these films together, because a graphic novel can take it further, can't it? And it carries on, which is, I think, is brilliant. Really good idea. Yeah, you get a booklet. It's just of its era, of its time. It's a great film to watch. It'll entertain you all the way through. You've not seen no like it unless you've seen this. But Joe Spinell he's on fire in this, man. He is that character. He is that guy. And I love watching Joe Spinell's performances. Brilliant. I fully recommend Maniac, obviously. Get it watched. Yes, it cost a lot of money back in the day to get this imported. I had a friend called Dave who used to live in Rotherham. I can't remember his surname. He imported it from Holland. He actually had a lot of these cassettes, and there was a bootleg community where we used to swap stuff about, or we'd pay for copies. Somebody would send off some money for an import run, and a few of us would chip in. And this is just before Laserdisc were freely available, or more available, if you like. Yeah, so we had a gang of, if you like, contributors. We could get films and share them that way. A lot of people would copy them, because that's how, I know it's wrong now and think about it. You wouldn't download an house, would you? Remember? But that's how it were. There were only one way to do it, and that was underground. And a couple of his friends, and I don't know if he got involved, were raided by police, and they took alt films, man. They took everything. All your video and DVD had just come out then, I think. So your video equipment, probably your telly. If you lived at your parents, they took those as well, all their films and everything. They all got seized, and they all had to go to court, and it was really a bad do. They caused a lot of stress. Obviously, they shouldn't have had films, but they are. You could argue if they got into the wrong hands, but only way we could see them, we took risks, and a couple of them got caught. Got I don't know if they got time in jail. They did this thing, police, where they confiscated all films and video and equipment, thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stuff, and stuff that you've been saving up years for, a collection that you've been collecting for 10, 20 years at that time, all gone. And I think they did this thing where they kept the stuff, or you can go to court and plead your case and probably end up getting sent down. So make of that what you will, but somebody made some money out of that, I can tell you. And I don't think it were these fans, I don't think it were us. Draw your own conclusions with that. 1981, The New York Ripper. Absolutely fantastic Lucio Fulci film. Has he made a bad one? A couple. But I absolutely love Lucio Fulci. You know, Zombie Flesh Eaters is and always will be my favourite horror film. But New York Ripper's a different tone again. He's like, I've done this, I've done that. I'm going to have a go at a different subgenre, he's thinking, is Lucio. I'll have a go at that J-Lo, that Jallo. I'll put my hand to it. And he does a bloody good job. A serial killer who kills mainly women in the most grotesque ways possible in New York City. I've got this Ultra HD 4K version from Blue Underground. And it's a sick, twisted film. But it's a great one. It's a great film. Now, I don't think by any means this film had ever been made today, and I don't think we'll ever see it uncensored in the UK, simply because of our graphic and then the graphic detail and the undertone of this film. You could say it's misogynistic. It's definitely an attack on women. That's what the killer's doing, you know. But New York Ripper, it does everything it says on tin and more. It's very bizarre, is New York Ripper. The dialogue in it, you don't know whether to laugh. The tone is really seriously sleaze. Really sleazy. The killer in it's great. He's so bizarre though. He makes a noise like a duck and quacks. What is that all about? I've never had that explained to me. Not that it matters really with these films, because there were some bizarre ones, weren't there, back in the day, and this is one of them. Lucio Fulci, what were you thinking, man? Somebody's definitely done him wrong here. He's had a bad do with a woman as Lucio at this point, or it's only a film though, isn't it? Keep repeating, it's only a movie. Remember, but the print on this one's fantastic. It's fully uncut. You get the 2019 restoration, and on the Ultra HD disc as well. So the 2019 restoration on Blu-ray, the 4K New York Ripper disc, Dolby Atmos, you name it. Yeah, it says on front the most controversial. Can't even bloody speak. The most controversial horror film ever made. It's certainly were in UK, and it were absolutely never coming out uncut in UK. Brilliant film. What's really good on this one as well, there's tons of special features on disc 2, and one of the best special features is it shows you some of the sets in New York then and now. Really, really interesting. Yeah, someone is taking a bite out of the Big Apple. It was Lucio Fulci, weren't it? Your boy. Yeah, New York Ripper. Sick film. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be over here uncut. Seek it out and watch it. It's a good one. It's bizarre though. Really bizarre. There's a scene in that film that you cannot unsee involving a broken bottle. I've said too much. I don't want to spoil it if you've not seen it, but that's why it sticks with me. Bleeding hell. It's a strong one. He were a different era, weren't he, back then? Bloody hell. God, yeah. Man's got to eat, hasn't he? A quick break. Cheese and tomato on toast. Oh, I'm spoiled me. I don't think you can beat cheese and tomato on toast with a bit of black pepper. Beautiful. What can I tell you about these last two films that I've got this evening? Unbelievably entertaining from start to finish. You've never ever had such fun with the film. And to find out there were two of them made of a similar time by the same person, Duke Mitchell writes and stars in these films. I first heard about Massacre Mafia style. It's a late sort of 70s film. By complete accident, I was watching, I think it were Cannibal Ferox Laserdisc by Grindhouse releasing. And I watched it and there was some Grindhouse trailer reels at the beginning. And Mafia style came on. And I was like, what the hell is this? So me and my friend Rob and Mick watching this film, Ferox. And this trailer came on, stop, the hell is that? What's just happened? Rewind, get that Laserdisc back up. We want to see that trailer again. Unbelievable. What is that film? I need to see it. We looked for years. We couldn't find it anywhere. I didn't know at the time it was called The Executioner over here. It were a band nasty back then. Wow. Unbelievable. The amount of times I've watched trailer alone, I've never laughed or been as intrigued to a film as much in my life. There's a bit where they go to shoot somebody and there's always these executions are like done in the style of a mafia, because they're the mafia hitmen. And they go to shoot somebody, and one of the guys, I don't know which one it is, it might have been Duke Mitchell. It looks like he's fell over, his gun goes off. Well, we laughed. But I actually tracked it down, and I'm so glad I did, because during lockdown, yeah, that horrible thing we all went through, seems like ages ago, or were it yesterday, or did it even happen at all? I built, before I had my arthritis and stuff, I built a cinema in my cellar, and we had a projector up there, and we spent a lot of time in lockdown reviewing old films and looking at them and just having fun chilling out. I got this Duke Mitchell collection, and me and Sharon, my wife, we absolutely loved it. We watched this series of films and we were laughing, we were in shock, in awe. How could they film this? How did they get this onto the screen?
Round and around while we're dancing, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. Each time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee.
Incredible. I love Duke Mitchell because he's so committed to these films. His performance, in his own mind, is like, I'm Al Pacino here. This is definitely going to get me an Oscar. This is best Mafia portrayal ever. Yeah. And he delivers his dialogue in a straight fashion amongst some crazy backdrop that's just, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how it got made. Murder Mafia style, Massacre, I get mixed up. Massacre Mafia style. I can't get out of chuffing box. 2 minutes. Yeah, Massacre Mafia style. Oh, it's so good. If you just got one at films and you just had to get one, Massacre Mafia style should be on everybody's list. It were a rare film. It were a trailer reel, a gore trailer reel, grindhouse trailer reel for ages before it were rediscovered. It's absolutely cracking. The effects are something else. I'll say. It's going to entertain you from start to finish. It really is. I cannot go to too much detail to spoil it for you, but it's a brilliant, so bad it's good. He's the king of so bad it's good films, this. But it's got a heart to it. It's got the right sort of... Like I say, it's played dead straight. And he's acting... He thinks he's Robert De Niro. He's not quite Robert De Niro, spoiler. But he gives it everything. I've never seen a man give a performance as much as giving it everything. Like I say, it's like he's... This is it. This is shit or bust here. I want an Oscar. It's like he's going for it that way on. It's unreal. The scenes in one of these films, I don't know if it's Gone with Pope or Massacre, there's scenes that are like, they just take people off at streets and film a scene, and it's like done guerrilla. And there's a film scene in the film where a lady's took off at street like a streetwalker, like a prostitute, if you like. And she's took off and they have some fun with her. But I don't think, and I've read this and I could be wrong, but I don't even think she's aware she's being filmed. Or if she were definitely not aware of the content, let's say. But it's so bad. But you need to see it, you just need to see it. Trust me on it. Massacre Mafia style. Won't let you down. It's got good killings in it. It's a good entertaining film, right? Gone with the Pope. How the hell this got lost? This film was very hard to put together, apparently, because it got lost and they couldn't find the film reels essentially to get it out, to restore it, to put it out. I don't think it had a proper release when it were in late 70s, but it certainly has now. Again, you can get it in this box set, this Duke Mitchell box set from Grindhouse releasing. Gone with the Pope, right? Listen to this. This is unbelievable. They kidnap the Pope, and the ransom is $1 from every Catholic in the world. Could you imagine if they pulled that off? Well, I'll not tell you if they do or not. It's such a good film. It's so entertaining. You can't believe what you're seeing with these films. I cannot praise them enough for... Why do we watch films? We want to be entertained, don't we? We want to be entertained. They're so good at entertaining. You must watch them and buy them. Especially with world today, you need lifted up. You know what I mean? You need to be entertained. Something that you've not seen before. Something that's going to give you some new memories and going to give you some new fun. You know, you can watch Netflix, you can watch Amazon and all that. It's the same, innit? Some of it's all right, but you're not going to see out like this on Netflix. You're never going to see, and that's another thing because. It's quite topical, this, but Netflix apparently have acquired Warner Brothers, right? Now, more than ever, go back to your physical media. Get your films bought. Purchase them. Own them. There's something nice about owning a film, isn't there? And having it in your collection. You can watch it when you want. Do you know what I mean? Internet's dodgy one day. You can put it on because you don't need internet. But I mean, heck, there's so much to be said for physical media. I love it. Keep collecting it. My latest purchase this week is a DVD of Terminator 2. Because I can't be dealing with what they've done with it, with the restoration in 4K and colours and everything else is off and there's this not right. And it's something though when you've got to go back to DVD. And there's no wrong with DVD. If DVD were the pinnacle of all formats, we'd all still be happy. I guarantee you we would be, because it's a perfect. Once they got the dual-S element right, it's a perfect media. Is DVD. The box, the artwork, the size of the discs, the affordability, you know. And I guess I'm completely hypocritical because I'll go out and buy 4K releases now on Blu-ray. But that's what we do. That's what we do as collectors, and you know. But I do believe physical media helps keep these films alive, and it helps them stay alive and not disappear from your screen. You think you've paid for something, and it's gone. You know what I mean? You never own it, do you? Anyway, enough about that rant. I want to show you these books. These are Dark Side. I don't know if you can see. Dark Side is a legendary UK horror magazine, equivalent, I think, in the UK we would say to Fangoria. It's the UK equivalent of getting to know about horror films back in the day. It's still going, I believe. It's an incredible institution, is Dark Side, but they do these books every now and again. This one, Video Nasties 1. And this is really, really rare, actually. And Alan Bryce is the man behind Dark Side, and he puts these books out. He knows his stuff, old Alan. I've written to him a couple of times in Dark Side, and he replied, he's spot on, kid. This is Dark Side Video Nasties 2, which is quite rare. Alan Bryce, if anybody knows Brycey, you need to get this back out, Video Nasties Volume 2. You've done all right, you've reprinted first one. Why can't you reprint second one? It goes for an arm and a leg, and it's brilliant. Thank you, mate, for giving me this. I had a friend who gave me this and gifted it me because I couldn't get hold of it. I won't mention his name, but he's a true gem of a friend. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you. So I don't know if I can show you better with these gigs on. They're not bastard charged. Yeah, we're on to book 2. This is where it's at. This is where the cover is that I was talking about. So Zombie Lake, the film that I opened this one with. This is the cover that it's just. Imagine seeing that as a kid. And it's these scenes here that got me. These dark underwater. Oh, freedom me to death. Oh, it freed me. There's some beauties in here though. In 2. Like some of these films, even if you're a collector and you've got just like everything, you won't have some of these. There's some bizarre. Well, Night Seagulls obviously I've got that one, but there's some bizarre films here that whatever video shop some of these were in, I never saw them. Majority of second book is like really rare stuff, in my opinion anyway, unless these were all down south and we just didn't get any of these up north. But yeah, don't open the door, don't answer the phone. There were a lot of don'ts, weren't they? Don't do this, don't do that. But everybody did everything in 70s and 80s. Do you know what I mean? They didn't listen, did they? Don't do drugs. Don't talk to strangers. Look at this, Clockwork Terror. I wonder what film that's inspired by. This is a really rare one. Astro Zombies. Yeah, so those Video Nasties books. Video Nasties 1 and 2. Alan Bryce. Good lad is Alan. All he needs to do, and I don't know, he's probably, if anybody shows him this, he'd be like, I can't. There might be a reason why he can't do Video Nasties 2 again, reprint. It might be licensing, who knows? Because these films get bought back up, don't they? And they get redistributed, reworked, you know, restored. And then you get people like Scream Factory and big studios that like Blue Underground, if you like, Arrow. They'll own the film rights and everything, won't they, for a period of time, and maybe that's something to do with it. But yeah, these are great. If you can track them down, I'd fully recommend that you do. Books, man, I mean, back in the day, you couldn't get covers. There were no like downloading off internet or all like that. So we used to get this book, buy a couple of copies, and get it colour scanned and make his own, what looked like a video, what looked like the original copies. Sometimes we'd even, I know some friends took this book apart just to make covers on the Video Nasties. But it's a great reference point, and it's physical. You don't have to download these covers. You know, you've got them all. And if you ever lose your nasty covers, you know, you can replace them. Things happen out at Blow, don't they? But this is a fantastic book. This is volume 1. Boogeyman, look, talks about that last time, didn't we? Absolute Cannibal Apocalypse, look. I mean, look at all these classics here. You what? Don't make them like this anymore, do they? Forest of Fear, look. Fear. Oh, can't talk about that. Big Game Band. I'll do this one next time, next video. Don't Go in the House. I've got a fantastic release of that with the video on disc on it, which I think I spoke about before. I mean, look at that, Flesh Eaters. Look at how beautiful. Creeping flesh. We'll do a zombie special one. That's what we'll do. Extra. Women behind bars. Look at that, Nashi. Thanks very much for watching again. We've had some fun, haven't we? Again, thank you. Really appreciate it. If you could consider subscribing, awkward again, I know, it'd be amazing. If you want to comment, drop us a comment, let us know. Have you seen any of these films? You must have seen, have you seen Maniac? There'll be a lot of people maybe because they've seen Remake. Remake's really good, by the way. Do not watch it because it's good. Duke Mitchell, all my love and respect for him, man. Duke Mitchell. Get Gone with the Pope watched, get Massacre Mafia style watched if you do nothing else. I'll let you skip Zombies Lake, you know what I mean? You don't really need, just me, I think I was terrified of it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one. Nearly Christmas, I hope you're all prepared. Take care. Cheers, bye.